And welcome back to the Nose Plays Thea 2. We are picking up, I believe it's like part 15 in our Quest of the Chosen of Stribog. I have contemplated where we ended last time and made some decisions on what we're going to do. Um, I discussed them briefly in the comment section with one of my viewers. But after looking at our situation, we have 23 days of the current season, and this season grants us bonus XP for gathering. We've pretty much gathered the best materials that we can really find in our immediate island, so I have decided that we are going to take a voyage as quickly as we can across the very dangerous waters and go to one of the other islands and see if we can't uncover some higher tier resources and spend the next 23 turns gathering as much of that as we can. Then we'll move into autumn, and the autumn season is the season for crafting, and we'll try to craft some really good items from the materials that we're able to farm up. And then we'll come back and maybe finish the quest in the wintertime when we get bonus XP for doing these types of special events. One thing that I am going to attempt to do, notice if I zoom in over here on this tile, you can see all of the goods that we left behind earlier in the game. We're going to leave basically everything behind that we don't need to take with us. We're going to leave it all right there, and I just want to see what happens if we leave it there. If it stays there, maybe we can just start doing that with our resources every turn. I guess that wasn't quite enough movement. There is some more fur here. We might as well camp for a turn. Gather some fur, do a little bit of research, and maybe do some cooking. I don't think there's really much we can cook. There's a couple things we could cook. I could cook one of each of these. Is there any gathering that we can do? Can I make better gathering tools? We haven't actually looked at this in a while. Like, is a fur better than 125% gathering and 142 capacity? So I like the scavenger's aid quite a bit. 125, 142, that's the numbers I need to be paying attention to. Okay. 125, 142, so this is actually better. The dark wood with the scaled leather. Darkwood with scaled leather. She has the fur, but I think this is a trash quality item. Where does it tell me? I think I have to pull it off of here. No. How come this one's so much worse than the one that we were just looking at making? So, we might be able to make some slightly better ones. A lot of these guys are using the other types of tools, and then we have these for children that we find later on, because they're very light. The lightest tools I think that we can possibly make. Actually, they're not the lightest tools that we can possibly make. We can make a little bit lighter than that if we had more scaled leather. Let's go back to crafting. I know I'm going to spend more time doing this than I really want to, but... And then... This is 16 essence versus 17 essence versus 19 essence. So I actually could make something like this which is slightly better. But this has a very high chance of becoming trash. That's 10 essence there. This is still ever so slightly better than what they're currently using, but they have really decent, I mean, I think they're using something like that. Yeah, so this is what most of our characters are currently using right now. This is actually the highest that we have so far. What about that? That's pretty high as well. Yeah. What's the lightest tool that I can make? So the lightest thing that I could make is probably like this, right? Topaz, topaz. That's only 13 pounds. And it gives you a 3.0. Topaz scaled leather is slightly heavier, but with worse stats. Again, slightly heavier, but with worse stats. The weight of this is 2.1, 1.7. Yeah. So if we wanted really light tools, we would need to build these. I don't have enough topaz to do that yet. I think this is the one tool that I could make that's quite a bit lighter. Okay, well, let's use up some of this leather while we're here. Should we just try to make one of these? These are really good. That's like super high gathering. We only have one character that's like all in on the gathering. Let's confirm that design temporarily and let's check our characters out. So this character here is the only character that is 100% a gatherer. She has the highest gathering stat of 15. That would increase her gathering significantly. Let's go to this page that I found very, very useful. And we can look at everybody's gathering number real quickly. Olena's actually got a really high gathering stat as well. She's actually a better gatherer than our gatherer right now. It has a lot to do with the fact that she has so many points in perception. This character's not a bad gatherer by any means. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get our best craftsman on this project. Craftsman crafting ham. That means we're gonna have to be here for 2 turns. I guess that's fine. There we go. Alright, well, she leveled up. 2 points into perception will be very helpful. Probably the most helpful stat that we can throw into her at the moment. Alright, and then all the cooking is now completed. That is possible. I guess we could cook more of these, but only 1 more. Probably not worth my time, but if I were to cook one of them, I guess it would be the grilled fish, since it's the one I have the least of. Him on grilled fish. I do have... Let's do this instead. So I can do like vegetable herbs. Okay, and then is there anything else I need to do? I could check for composites. I do have the ability to turn silver and steel into some more mithril, which I think I should be doing. Darn, I should have had that started earlier. What if I do like that? We won't be able to make our goulash that way. Okay. What if I check? Yeah. We can just not get a point of research. That's fine. There we go. Okay. Now we can break camp, move here, and this is where I want to spend some time on inventory, because we're going to drop a whole bunch of crap. Anything that we really don't need. So we're not going to be doing any crafting right now. So all of our crafting materials we could basically leave here. I'm going to keep the really rare ones with us. But basically everything else, except maybe some of these gems. Gems are not very heavy. So we'll keep like the gems. The bone, for instance, I don't need. The iron I could use to make more composite, but we're not going to right now. The furs, we've got a whole bunch of these now. But I'm not going to be doing any crafting, and we want to maximize our weight. So this could be a really bad decision to just drop all of our stuff over here. I am going to keep the silver and the gold, but I'm not going to keep the quartz. I'm not going to keep the granite. I'll keep the other rare ones. And then wood-wise, I think we're good. I am going to keep some dryad wood, and I am going to keep that. But we're going to drop these out over here. And then the rare ones we'll keep on us just in case. Alright. Let's get in the water. And let's hope that this doesn't get destroyed or looted by anybody. And then now that we're in the water, I can do my little trick with the research. Get our characters doing that constantly. And then I don't think there's anything left that we can even cook right now. Yeah, all those are done. Most of these are done. I guess I could do this while we're waiting. try to get as much of that silver moved over as possible into Mithril. And I guess we're heading north to the Blue Island, because that's where we're at. It's the closest island to us. And it's actually not all that far away, it doesn't look like. So hopefully we'll get a chance to spend a good 20-some turns farming and searching. Alright, this looks like the ice biome. I see scaled leather over here. That's something we haven't found too much of. We are done being able to do that. Is there anything else, composite-wise, that we could craft? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So nothing we need to do there. We are out of turns, or sorry, out of movement. So we'll go ahead and end our turn. And we have a full set of movement. We have a movement of 6. So if we move 5, we could still make landfall if we wanted to. Ooh. Diamond is a tier 3 resource we should definitely consider grabbing. Can I get over there? Looks like I can. Alright, we definitely have the ability to research diamonds, so there we go. And now we can start farming that. I really like the idea of farming diamonds. Is there a better spot for me to be in? I don't have any movement, so we're going to have to camp here if we camp. Which is probably okay. We should also go ahead and pick up scaled leather while we're at it. And let's do some farming. Get my 2 best on that, my next 2 best on that. We're not even going to bother with this, I don't think. Unless I just have nothing better that I can do. And we don't have any cooking, and we don't have any crafting, but we do have a gathering tool that I wanted to put on her, and a gathering tool I wanted to upgrade on her for a slightly better one. And then, does anybody else need a percent gathering tool? I don't think so. These guys are actually gathering right now. I think he is, right? So we could take his crafting tool off. Let me check here. Yeah, he's gathering. And she's gathering, which I think I just fixed. Just put gathering tools on everybody right now. This character needs one. Out of curiosity, his gathering stat is 12. Would this be a better gathering tool for him? No. It does increase our carrying capacity though, so I think I am going to go ahead and put that one on him for now. Alright, is there anything else I can do over here? What is this? It appears that there's something in this bush over here. Oh, it's just these crystals. Okay, well, let's end a couple turns here. You've arrived in the Ice Lands, the forever frozen pastures ruled by the mysterious Zyad Raz? When the cold swallowed this island, cities fell into instant ruin and folk fled, unable to live in such harsh environment. Beware, these lands are known to be more challenging than your homeland. Okay. Explore. You will not find many creatures alive here, but the ice demons are known to make lairs from time to time. Zyad Raz is a creature who is many but one. You can also find the terrifying ice trolls, whimsical Snizinka, or mischievous icicles roaming the ice plains and hiding amongst the mountain peaks. You may find diamonds and nuts here. Okay, well that's good to know. So diamonds and nuts are going to be the special resources that we find over here. And we found some. Sweet. Let's just keep gathering. You receive an invitation. Hear ye, hear ye. If ye be a mighty warrior, a steadfast thinker, or a master magician, come test your mantle upon the grounds of the ancient arena. You have the coordinates. Okay. Any coordinates for ancient arena? I do, all the way up there. I'm not sure that I'm interested in that. I do want to spend a little bit more time gathering here, but I also see a terrain artifact that I think we should go uncover. So, we'll spend a little bit more time doing this. You find a piece of what looks like an old treasure map, drawn on human skin. Ooh. The plunder in question seems to be called Gosk's Might, and claims to make any land scurvy into a true seafaring captain. The writing is odd, ancient, but you can decipher the name of a place called Cracovia University, and you know that there is some ruins called Crack not far from here. Perhaps it is worth checking out. Mark the location on your map and leave. I would actually like to become a very popular sea captain. That would be kind of cool. Alright, how are we doing on wood and food? We are doing plenty good on wood and food. I am very, very hesitant to split my party up this time around. The last few times we've tried to do that, it has not gone very well for us. So, we also have to be careful of our weight capacity, and we may have to drop supplies similarly to how we did before. One other option we have is leaving some supplies with the boat, but I'm not exactly sure how that will work. Let's check our inventory. We have 30 diamonds now. I'd like to get a few more turns worth of diamonds. Alright, he has a pretty high destiny, so 2 more points in Destiny would probably be pretty good for him. His intelligence isn't very high, and his mysticism isn't particularly high. Primary spiritual attribute affects research, rituals, and faith. Secondary spiritual attribute affects gathering, crafting, research, rituals, luck, and faith. Yeah, let's just take the 2 points in Destiny. It's going to be 2 more turns till we gather. And then we'll end this little excursion and head up here to the terrain artifact. Oof. Okay. I think 2 points in wit for her is actually fairly worthwhile. The faster her attacks come off, the better. That should give us over 50, right? Yeah, we're at 58 now. That's probably good for now. Let's break camp and get moving. Okay. That looks like the symbol for the water demons. That was under the factions? Here we go. Yeah, so we're slightly negative with Water Demon faction. We've had a few encounters with them that didn't go terribly. Is there any way, if we camp right here, we can collect Ruby, Nut, and the terrain artifact all at the same time? That seems like the best play. I don't see any reason to camp here. We don't really need sandstone. Okay, that's just a wandering enemy. We got 12 turns left to gain XP. Gold and coal. We definitely need some coal. And then a terrain artifact. So let's gather what we can here, and then we'll try to get that coal before we maybe get out of here. Alright, with our 2 best on that, it'll only take 2 turns. The next 2 best on that, and you 2 on that. The 2 worst gatherers can do research because they're very good at that. And cooking. We actually can cook some new stuff here. I've never cooked this before. I guess we have cooked fish cakes, but not with acorns, not with nuts, so this will be a new recipe of fish cake. And then we can do the same thing with this, which will look just like the sweet rolls, but it will be a different recipe. And so we can do that. Let's just plan on doing one of each of these for now. And I can get him cooking on that one first, and then he'll move to this one second. Oh, and before I forget, let's go ahead and add these to the favorites list so that they show up over here, and so that I can get them to show up easily when I want to look for new foods. Alright, that looks good. We'll do this for a little bit. That's one. Crossing the woodland grove, you see a flickering of light, and you sense the fluctuation of mystical power. Oof. I think we're going to try to avoid as many of these as possible right now. I really just want to gather and get out of here without losing anybody. we've got both of those, I think. Yeah, we don't have any vegetables per se, so I'm not able to cook those yet, even though I have new nuts. Let's go ahead and put this out. And let's change this to like 3 and 3. Alright, we got a terrain artifact. We should switch to terrain artifacts. And then we uncovered mithril, which is exactly what I was looking for. So we should definitely get some people gathering mithril. And everybody is now tasked with something, it looks like. Okay, water demons are stalking you, and you feel an enchantment befalling your soul. Stay cautious, but speak to them. Fight with spirit, for they respect that the most. Fight physically, or try to talk your way out of it. Let's try this. We're pretty good at purple events. Auto-resolve says victory with injuries. I'll take victory with minor injuries. You manage to fight against the enchantment, so the demons leave you be. They are also impressed with your strong will. We might actually get some, faction loyalty for that, and a little bit of experience. They also leave us alone now, so that's good. And some characters leveled up. Old Nan leveled up. She is even wiser than before. And Milesov, our Zerka, who just has incredibly ridiculously high stats, has leveled again. I guess we take the 2 points in intelligence. Because he's just really good at that. Alright. We're going to start gaining a lot more weight because we're farming mithril now. Okay, so we looked at this before. That was a terrible skill, but luck probably isn't much better on him. So I guess I'm going to take this. I'm not taking this because I care for it. 6% from the 5% we already have. This is a really pretty much a wasted point. But it may lead to the third point actually giving us better results. So I'm going to go ahead and take that, as much as I don't like it. Let's spend 1 or 2 more turns over here, and then we'll go get some coal. Alright, the train artifact is now done. These guys have moved back over here. This is looking pretty good so far. Food and everything is fine. And because so many of our characters are gathering, we're gaining a lot of bonus XP. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can't craft something. We have a lot of mithril now. So like if I wanted to do like that kind of armor. Mithril heavy armor. That's pretty heavy. But that is a lot of points. We could also turn that into elemental armor, which actually is really solid. 30% or 30 shielding in every type of event with extra flat stats on faith. That could be pretty good. And that's actually got a 0% bonus chance of trash. I really like the idea of that. We could actually go with Ruby as well. What does Ruby do? Very similar, but lower stats. Is there anything else that I would want to put in here? Let's see. What if we did like... Excuse me. Medium mithril armor. It's not terrible. I'm not a huge fan of this. This does provide a lot of health stats, but only like 14 shielding. And we don't have the option of a gem for this type of armor. This type of armor does. So we could do like that. This is 18 shielding and everything, or 7 shielding and everything with some stat boosts and a movement modifier, which is interesting. Increased movement. I'm not particularly a fan of that. Or if we go to the design and we use, say, our enchanted leather. Still not enough. Diamond Ruby is pretty good. 19 on everything for a fairly light piece of equipment is not bad at all. We actually have enough Dragon Bone that we could do that too. That's 18 on everything. Dragon Bone provides... I believe it's the percent bonus to... Yeah. Interesting. Actually, I have a Grand Gem as well. I don't have enough of this, but that's what we're going to need to get Legendary. 3 to Wit. That's interesting. Okay. I think we could craft this right now. Let's confirm. What are these guys wearing? They're wearing like 10. And then she's wearing a 13. Yeah. Let's get our 2 best craftsmen over here, and we need to re-equip them for this task. Go to crafting, no, equipment. And we'll want to pull our best crafting tools onto our 2 best crafters. So that's going to be, she's got a 21 and he's got a 17. Wow, really? So she's actually outstatted him. So she'll benefit from this slightly more. And then I got a 29% on that. And a 29% on this. Yeah, we'll throw that on you for a moment. Alright, that should help a little bit with their crafting. So now if we come back over here, get this done in 2 turns. And can we make 3 of these? We actually can make 3 of these. Let's go ahead and do that. That's going to take 4 turns total. Four turns total, and I'm going to need to take some people off of some other things. We don't need any more acorns. I think we've got enough nuts to cook for a long time. He'll cook these up for a little while. Yeah, he's got 82. He's got tons of nuts. We're good. You discover the remains of an old settlement. You find the scattered remains of an old orcish settlement. In the old days, the clans were mostly nomadic, so this is a rare find. You soon realize that the area is riddled with traps, surely protecting something further in. The traps are old, simply smash them. You're a craftsman. Use your skill to disarm these traps, or leave. Let's use our craftsman skill. You disarm the traps without trouble. 19 gold. Search the place. There are not a lot of valuables here, but you manage to gather some useful resources. Gather what you found and leave. Monster bone, scaled leather, some experience and research. That was a good find. And she's leveled up. And we have a new ability. What is this? Will Drill. This is a life leech attack that returns 40% of the damage dealt as hit points. It is a wisdom-based attack. Her wisdom is not particularly high. We have been putting almost all of her points exclusively into purple stats, which makes me kind of want to consider this one. Rain of Frogs is a much better ability. So we could go, yeah, that's like a significant increase in the damage that causes. Alright, we got our first robe. Let's see how we did on the crafting. It is a regular quality, but we'll go ahead and throw it on her for now. And then this one is not very heavy, but there's really no need to keep these. In fact, both of these materials probably can just be broken down, since we're replacing them with better stuff anyways. Alright, we got some more water demons heading our way. We handled the last ones pretty easily. This is kind of a tough call for me. This provides him a much better use of this ability during like purple challenges and stuff, so I'll take that. And we got another one of these, so we'll swap that out. Destroy that. And we should be finishing this up one turn? Yeah. He is not doing anything at the moment. What could he be doing? Oh yeah, we were cooking. That's right. Cook some more fish, I guess? We're only going to be here for one more turn anyways, I think. Alright. Ah, this was a trash quality. Okay. Well, can we... Can we craft one more of those? Not without destroying the one we have. But we can try one more time. That should be enough. Alright, 2 turns. Alright, and it's autumn. So now it's time to craft some stuff. We've already kind of started doing that, but this place hasn't... Maybe I'm speaking a little bit too soon. Are you kidding me? We did it again. We rolled trash twice in a row. Well... Yeah, what he has on is better than the trash that we made, so... I guess we'll just trash it again and get some of our materials back. But I'm actually not going to stay here another turn. I think we're going to move over here. Okay. So we found coal. I want to gather some coal. We found another diamond deposit, and we found Gosk's Might over here, and another terrain artifact. So... I'm not particularly interested in the arena or any of these things right now. This looks absolutely terrifying, whatever it is. It looks like some kind of giant. These are light demons. This is a Lightbringer. And Enlightened Leshy. It has over 200 hit points in everything. And close to 30 in all stats. I don't see us having any chance whatsoever of handling this thing. He has a brute force of 25, 26, 42 damage on convincing voice. Surprisingly, his damage stats aren't nearly as scary. And then he has this, yeah. So he has a hammer with an... Is this a... Yeah, it's a hammer attack for 53. Holy moly. 53 with an AoE? That's very scary, actually. Okay, well, we want to stay away from him. Do I have any more movement left? Nope. So let's gather as much coal and as much gold as we can. And seeing as we're gathering again, we should probably throw the gathering tools back on our characters. have to go deal with my dog here in a minute. Alright, so we get the gathering tools on everybody again. Spend 2 turns gathering here. Do I have any cooking? I actually do have cooking that can be done. I think that's it. Composites. Since we're gathering coal, we might as well go ahead and look at composites. I don't think it makes any sense not to just turn all of our lower tier resources into tier 3s, right? Just keep doing this over and over again. Oh dear, that thing is moving. Okay, yeah, nope. Nope, 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 nope. We are not staying over here. I found 2 coal deposits over here. 3 coal deposits, look at that. Do I have any more movement? Yes. This is the better camping spot for a turn. Okay, you come across a small hamlet of houses. You hear terrible cries from one of them and see a child sitting outside covering their ears. Approach the child and ask what is going on. Oh, sorry, it's Uncle Tobias again. He's our hunter, but he's really weird. He lost his bunny and he shouts all day. They told me to watch him, but I'm real sick of it. Can you tell him to stop or leave? We've all had enough. He attacked my dad because he thought the stupid bunny was at our place. Tell him we'll speak to the man. You walk into the house and see a man clutching a bunch of white fur. His eyes are bloodshot and swollen, his hair unruly, and he is pacing up and down the room. He spots you and grabs you by the clothes. You have seen it. Have you seen Bunny? Or did you kill it? Oh, no, 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 no. Don't say that. No. The boy looks at you and throws up his arms. Tell the man to calm the hells down. He is scaring the kid. Say that you will help him find his bunny if he promises to stop behaving like this. This is none of your business, or just kill the dude. Tell him to calm down. Calm down? I can't calm down. Okay, so basically this is the only option. We either help him find the bunny, or we leave. Since we can start the quest without any penalty if we don't finish it within a time limit, typically I'm in favor of doing that. So let's see, hopefully it doesn't send us to another location towards that giant that we're trying to avoid. You will? Oh my, thank you. He is small like this, and he is white and fluffy, and he likes carrots. And when he got lost, all I found was this odd drawing of a tree. The man is in no state to accompany you. Oddly, you recognize this tree. You passed it on your way here. Mark it on your map and leave. Oh boy. Okay, please be down this way somewhere. No, of course not. It is back that way towards the big, giant, scary thing. Yeah, sorry, dude, your bunny's probably gone. We're not heading that way. I am going to wait one more turn. Just to get a little more coal. Let's check our gathering rates, actually. We're very close to getting this completed. In fact, we're close to all of these. We should spend one more turn here. But we probably don't need both of these people here. In fact, we can put them both there and put him... Really? Yeah, we could do something like this. Okay, and bring camp. Let's travel down here towards this. It looks like there's some furs. I could collect more diamond from this point, so I think that's where I want to be. These guys on that. These guys on that. We're about even. Alright, and now we have plenty of coal. We could do more composites. So we could take a bunch of this gold and turn it into more mithril. We could also try to get some better fur. I have tons of this though. Could we research this? Hold on a second. I have so much of that. I need to get out of this menu. I need to go to here. So it's 2 points to grab mythical leather. Or ancient wood. And we actually still need elven wood. And enchanted leather. So there's quite a few of these that we haven't even picked up yet. I haven't picked up any of the bones. In fact, all of the monster bone and blood bone that we've had, we haven't actually farmed it apparently. It's just stuff we've collected from killing things. I'm tempted to try to craft a bunch of mythical leather from all of this fur we have. Let me see if I do this. Whether or not it gives us the ability to make it. It does. So 12 of this will give us 2, but we don't have enough of it. But I do have a bunch of this. Alright, let's do this for a few minutes. Discover the remains of an old settlement. You find the scattered remains of an old orcish settlement. In the old days, the clans were mostly nomadic, so this is a rare find, despite the fact that we found 2 of them within an hour. The remains seem entirely abandoned. Search. Okay, we found some leather. And she leveled up again. She benefits mostly from strength. However, destiny... Does she have a destiny attack? No, she has a mysticism. This is an intelligence-based attack. And that one's actually worth putting points into. But we don't have intelligence. So I think I'll just take the point of strength. Logbook. You found a piece of an old pirate treasure map called Gosk's Might. The map directs you to some old ruins. Okay. We might go do that, and then get in the water and get out of here. Alright, so we got the terrain artifact uncovered, and it was more diamond. Okay, well this is like a double diamond deposit now. So we could gather a lot of diamond very quickly here. We're well below our limit, so I think we would be wise to go ahead and do that. At least as long as we have other things that we could be doing over here. I want to try to craft this one more time. So we'll need to put these 2 over here. Swap out their gear once again. I don't think it matters which one we put on who. 9 and 12. Okay, we get that crafted, and then they're working on that, and we have any more food we should be cooking. I mean, our food supply is like really, really good. I'm kind of worried that we're running low on wood, and there doesn't seem to be any wood over here. here. I think that's about it. Gonna need some very high level gatherers to get much diamond very quickly. Alright, we made another one of these. And this time it's not trash. Excellent. Alright, so let's swap yours out. And we'll just go ahead and break that down now. We actually have more leather that we could do this again. But we are out of fuel. So I need to go over here and I can actually burn coal as a fuel source. So I guess technically there is fuel over here that we could use for burning. The main penalty when you're not... I think it'll show us if I go to here. This group does not have enough fuel production, is slowed by 50%. So the main penalty that you get from not having enough wood is your gathering rates get tanked pretty hard. It's actually not all that much of a hindrance if you don't need to be gathering or if you have a lot of time to gather. We actually have a terrain research. This is actually going to be penalized as well, doesn't it? Yeah. We could get that done in 6 turns. It'll be 3 turns if I get my wood enabled. So let's go ahead and enable burning. We have a bunch of mithril now, so I could do like a very, very high damage crossbow or slightly true damage. This damage is armor. Which material was it? Is it bone? True damage and life leech. True damage and poison. I think it's this one. It's gem. Okay, so this one is true damage and vertical splash. So this will pierce and do bonus damage to anybody who has armor. This seems like a really good set of stats to pair with one another. It's also got a 1.4 modifier. I kind of want to craft this. I think it would be really decent. We actually have leather now as well. What does that do? That just gives a flat damage boost. So piercing with extra damage. Really? Oh, here we go. True damage and poison damage. We don't have ancient wood yet, though. But yeah, let's go ahead and make this. This is only a perception weapon. They could make that in one turn? With a 9% chance of a masterwork. Yes, we should definitely do that. I forget, it's autumn, so the 25% increase to crafting speed. Alright, let's see how we did. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's just uncannily. I mean, we've crafted 3 pieces of trash, all with like less than 15%. I'm not going to be able to do this too many times, but we definitely can do it one more time. Come on. Oh dear, we gotta go. What do we get? This time it's reasonably good. How does it compare to our old weapon? Ah, I crafted the wrong one. Well... Phew. I didn't craft the elemental version that I wanted to craft. It's still better than what we had, so I'm not going to destroy it. But we are going to have to get in the water, like, right now. We have a movement of 7. Let's break camp. And let's find a movement of 6. So that'll get me 6 tiles away, and then I can move into the water from there. I guess that's not different than moving 5 and moving in here. Maybe we'll... You find an old quarry, seemingly abandoned. Most of the quarry has collapsed into a deep ravine, but there is still maybe some usable resources here. Search the quarry. There seems to be a lot of good stone stacked in several big mounds, perhaps abandoned here, or maybe the shattering piled it up. But you notice in time that the mounds have eyes. Rock holes or pretend to sleep. Run away? Okay. Rock trolls seem very terrifying to me. Oof. We are relatively safe in the water, at least from giants and rock trolls. We also can get this done relatively quickly. And we can do lots of crafting while we're out here. I actually have enough materials to try that one more time. And I'm tempted to do just that. Because I really want this item. Not the other one. I want the elemental version of this. There's no gathering that can be done here. this time we have the elemental version of the bow. I may just hold on to this one. I don't know whether we'll use it for anything. Why doesn't she have a set of these? Did I just have a lot more characters wearing robes than I anticipated? I guess I did make 3 sets, and he's got a set of 13, and she's still got a crappy set of 10. This is a Wisdom Destiny. Her Wisdom is a 9. Yeah, we'll probably leave that on her. But that does mean we should probably consider crafting maybe some medium armor. First and foremost, let's just get out of here and back to safer waters. Oh look, I'm right next to a pirate village. Well, how lovely. Alright, well this is gonna pretty much conclude our journey to the northern island, the island of Ice. We did find a lot of really great materials up there, and we're able to craft some interesting tier 3 equipment now. I am very, very happy with the way that the adventure went thus far, and I'm looking forward to my next adventure, which is going to include avoiding these pirates. But what I think I'm going to do is move my ship for a couple more turns. Yeah, we can maybe park over here. Gather some wood, deal with the spider lair. That sounds like a reasonable plan. Yeah, so let's go ahead and end the video here, and I will figure out the rest of this next time. This has been The Nose Plays, and you guys have a wonderful evening.